All right, this is Simmon coming at you, folks, with something a little bit different today. I am taking part in the Chandrian tournament. This is January 4th, 2021, for the Sevens Invitational tournament. So, a 7x7 board, which which looks a little bit like this. Two capstones. But yeah, so this tournament is a little bit new because this hasn't really ever been done before. No competitive sevens have been played, to my knowledge, and this is the third game of the tournament. And so far, people are having some interesting thoughts about it. This tournament is played with 3 komi for black, which I think is ridiculously high, but especially for sevens, which feels like the first player advantage is hardly there at all. But I'm not in charge of the tournament. Actually, the guy who I'm playing against is in charge of the tournament, so there we go. And then the time controls are 15 minutes with a 20-second increment, which is, again, very low because that's like a standard time for me for sixes, I think, in my opinion. I tend to play quicker than most folks, so I don't expect the time limit to matter much to me. Uh, I'll probably just lose way before the time becomes an issue. But on the off chance I don't lose right away uh, to some sort of road threat that I didn't see, I imagine I will be fine in terms of time. But yeah, this is interesting. I wanted to do a recording of this so I could maybe talk about my thought process as I'm actually playing a game instead of doing commentary on someone else's play. So this way I can talk through what my thoughts are, what I think the other person's doing, and why I'm making the moves I'm making. And then afterwards I can say, well, that was dumb and talk about how terrible my moves are, and then everyone else can talk about how terrible my thought process was. But maybe it'll just give you a little insight into what it is I think about when I play, and maybe there's a difference between how I think about it when I play and how I think about it when someone else is playing. I don't know. Be an interesting experiment. So that's what we're going to do today, and the match should be starting up in just a second, so I'll just pause the recording until we're ready to go. All right, looks like the Seek is up, and I will now join. I'm playing as black, archvenison is playing as white. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Um, I would want to probably take center square right away. So I wonder if that's what he'll do. Because I'd want center control, and I'm going to do adjacent corners. I don't really know if opposites are going to work too well with this, but I think we'll just go with the sixes strategy there and just do adjacent corners. Now he can make his play. And again, we are playing with 15-minute with a 20-second increment, so we've got plenty of time. He's using oh, he went straight for it. I was hoping he wouldn't do that. Capstone right in the center. And so he's using this extra capstone, which is interesting and fascinating, and I really like that idea since we've got two. Like, you've got two capstones, might as well throw one down really quick, right? I feel like I want to save my other capstones and reserve them. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make it so he can't do too much without moving this cap. And I might isolate. Ooh, I was gonna isolate the capstone on my next move. I was doing it, but he stopped me from doing that. I probably should have isolated it sooner. And you know what? I'm thinking about dropping my. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm dropping my second cap. I'm committing. And he immediately goes for the hard cap cover. Yeah, yeah. Because he didn't want me to capture over with that. Probably a good thing he didn't want me to capture over with that, you know? All right, so now I'm just trying to build up. And maybe give myself a little more room for when I come over here with my capstone. Um, a little bit more, options. So now I'm going for this horizontal threat, and he's basically stuck with this vertical one. Now he threw down his second capstone to sort of block mine, which is fine. Um, ooh, that's good. I didn't even think about that. So this is potentially a really strong play here. Like if I missed, played something else, and he played here, that would have been really bad. Um, but I'm gonna do that. Now he's probably gonna play at d7, and he'll watch me capture over. Yeah, and so I will capture over here. He'll probably capture down. Now, again, I do have 3 komi, so I should just throw out a wall here at some point. I feel like a wall would be a good option. I'm going to do that right here. Okay, so I've walled. He's going to start building horizontally or just around the wall, one of the two. Looks like he might be building around the wall. So he's got to respond here because I made attack threat. So he's going to make attack threat on the next turn. So he responded, he made his threat. I can cut it off. He'll move that over, I can move my capstone over, and then that threat kind of goes back. He's actually in a really solid position here. He's bullying me as white. What I probably should have done is something completely different. Oh, he's gonna throw his wall over. Okay. Don't like this. I don't like it one bit. Okay, so if he goes over 1, that's 1 turn. 1 place me. So I place here, he goes over. I place here, he places there. I'm just going to go for this. It's probably a bad move. It's probably going to get me a loss, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm not counting far enough. I don't want to waste too much time. All right, he's just going to set me back a step. Hmm. What is he going to do here? Hmm. What am I going to do here? Okay. What I'm thinking about is building up vertically and then maybe putting my wall stack up here and I can throw it across and throw it back. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out because I'll end up giving a double white flat here and here. And I don't like that too much because you can just throw it down and basically cancel whatever I'm doing. I'm not a fan of that. I'm actually going to throw this. I'm going to download the the PTN and throw it into PTN Ninja so I can think ahead a little bit, and that might help me. You won't be able to see any of it, so sorry. All right. I don't know about that move. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so if I go up, he's probably going to capture over, and then I can drop a wall here. Then he won't be able to go down. He'll only be able to go over, and I have this wall here to bring up, and I can do stuff with that. Okay, so instead he's just placing a wall. He's placing lots and lots of walls. I'm just going to capture over so this wall doesn't get that bigger stack with those 2 extra prisoners over, because I have it basically protected by this wall stack. Now he can throw his capstone up eventually, take care of that. Now he can throw that up. Yeah. I'm just going to do that. Not quite a pin, but I like it anyway. He can leave a white. No, he can't throw this stack over now. So that's what I've done. I've trapped his stack here so he can't throw it over and capture this. Because if he leaves nothing there, I'll just fill it in. If he leaves a white there, he'll have to leave a black here, and then I can just recapture and take that. So that's my thought process there. Now he's going to start building around with that. I will place here. I have this protected again by this wall stack, so that's fine. If I move this wall stack to the side, though, or even up onto it, he can just throw his capstone up and crush it and take control of this big, hefty stack, which is something I don't want to happen, so he's probably waiting for me to capture it, and he might be baiting me to do that by capturing over with this. Doesn't look like he's doing it yet. I'm going to keep placing lots of flats as much as I can. Because again, I do have 3 komi, so I have a flat advantage in this game just by existing. Okay, so he has unpinned. He has unpinned himself with this move here. And I can't reestablish the pin in any meaningful way. And if I do move this wall up, he'll probably take it with the capstone. Need to look back at these moves. I think I have time for it. So let's see. So in response to me capturing here, he placed that wall. And then I captured over. And then he walled. And then I captured over. Just thinking about what his thought process was on these moves that he's been making. See if I can maybe sense a pattern and see what his long game, his long thought process is. See if I can somehow get ahead of that and maybe thwart it a little bit. So, and I'm also throwing it into PTN Ninja so I can look a few branches ahead. Let's see. I don't want him to get that big stack with the wall. I know that. I know that much. If he instead takes it with his capstone, if he instead takes it with his capstone would be in a pretty strong position and could do a lot of damage to me. Both options just are not great. Not a fan. What can I do? I really don't want to move my wall up there. I know what I can do. I can wall here. I'll just stop it with another wall. Right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 3 is 16. So I've got 8 more flats basically in terms of flat count. He's got a lot of opportunity for messing me up here. So I can't count on that forever. But because of that, I have plenty of opportunities to throw out extra walls. I mean, he's got 4 walls on the board right now. I can afford to throw one out, you know? So he's got an extra flat count there. That puts him at 9 flats and puts me at equivalent 16 again after this wall placement. Hmm. Okay, so he builds off to B4 now. So he's looking to get a few more flats, it looks like. Maybe he's trying to build around somehow that I'm not seeing. Maybe he's wanting to build horizontally, maybe connect on this side somehow. I'm not seeing it yet. So I'm just gonna take my time, place some flats, maybe work on it that way, and that way I can maybe make a little headway here just by placing flats and forcing the game to move in my direction. Because again, I am in control in terms of flats. He has a lot of opportunities to capture those flats and put me behind. Like he's got some good plus moves here, way more than I have at this point. So long term, his flat control might be better. He has a lot more opportunities. I honestly don't see a way for me to win this game. Unless it's by flats and him just misplaying. I don't see a path for a road anywhere nearby. I might start playing up here to just force this response up in this top right corner, or I might play here at e4 so I can move my capstone. If I can move my capstone over onto this for a hard cap, I can move it around, give it a little bit more power, a little bit more flexibility in terms of what I want to do with it. Give it a little more influence on the board. Maybe I can throw it off to the side. I can go crush a wall, something like that. And that would be a good way to do it. I could also fortify this bottom right-hand corner because, again, this is sevens. There's a lot of stuff not happening here. Okay, so he makes this. That is a attack threat. Now, how do I want to respond to that attack threat is the question. I'll just move the wall over. It gives it, it opens it up to be smashed by the capstone. But if he wants to do that, he's got to leave a black behind here. Okay, he makes that threat. Boom, boom. Okay, so he has no threat yet. I'm going to call him on this by moving here. So he's got no attack threat. He wants to eventually move that capstone down to capture to make his threat. So he's going to have to capture over here first, or capture down first. Could I have just made a huge mistake? Definitely. I definitely could have. I don't think I did. Don't think I did. But I very well may have. If he captures left, I basically have to capture over with a flat somewhere and then drop another wall, or I have to move my wall over, which opens him up to place another flat, and then I have to place another wall. So basically, no matter what he does here, I'm going to have to throw down another wall. Because if he captures over, I've got to capture over or capture over. And either way, it's going to end up with me throwing another wall down. I'm probably going to want to capture over with the wall and then throw another wall up here afterwards at c6. Oh no, he doesn't go for that. Oh. So I'm going to do this and force him to respond to what I'm doing here. So we can't leave a white here and cover this up. He'd have to leave nothing here. There we go. Okay, so he made his response there. Now I can make mine. My response is this. So I move my big stack over. He probably wasn't expecting that because I just made this thing vulnerable, right? Again, I am up by 7 flats with the komi, 4 flats without the komi. He has better moves to basically reinforce his position. Okay, so he placed there. Wait a minute here. So, no attack threat yet. If I were to go up, if I were to take this big stack and move it up, he would capture over. And then I would, of course, throw this wall up and recapture it. He's not expecting that move. I'm not sure how good it even is. I'm going to go for it anyway. Yeah, I'm going for it because it's unexpected. And he can't throw a capstone over there. He can't recapture this big stack with it. Um, it also shuts down his sort of northwest threat eventually. And I like that it's unexpected because it means he doesn't have a plan for it at this point. Always a fan of messing with plans. It does. Okay. There we go. There we go. What did he do with that move? I don't know what he's doing. Is he filling in, trying to get flats? What is he doing? Okay, so if he builds up, if I build here at D7, he can move his capstone, his wall over, and then threaten this. If he doesn't, if I don't build there, he'll build there, eventually move this off, and then throw this capstone up to smash for attack threat that way. So instead, if I take it the other direction, and I throw this across, capture, he'll probably capture up. If I throw this big stack across to A7, cover up here, he'll capture up. I'll capture over, he'll throw a wall down here. Then I'll throw a wall here, and then here, then I'll trap that big stack. That's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So archvenison is a good player. He's also the one who is building this tournament and organizing it all. I know I haven't given a lot of insight into my thought process on this stuff, but because it's hard to think and talk at the same time about what my motives are, and what I plan to do. Now that he's thrown a wall there, I have even less of an idea of what it is I'm doing. What the heck am I doing? What? Okay. All right. I'm doing it. I'm going to play this offensively. you place this here because you want to force me into doing something so you can capture these big stacks of the wall and eventually free them, right? Well, I'm going to make attack threat by pulling down my hard capstone. Now you have to respond to this. You can't think about what's going on up there. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here. That's basically what I expected him to do, is to move that over. Now I can either give up my hard cap, and this is a tough one. So he's got this position now. He doesn't have attack threat, but it's very close. If I were to give up my hard capstone here, capture over and smash this, sure, I would have another attack threat, but he would also get some good flats that he wants. And it ultimately wouldn't be worth it, I don't think. This is a tough one to think about. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna gamble it. I'm gonna make the attack threat. I'm taking it. He's gonna come down with his capstone and cover this up and retain these pieces. I'm probably gonna throw straight up. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Still, currently not attack threat at this point. He will make one very soon, though. Now he's got that, and it's attack threat, and he can run it down. Okay. Let's see what I do with this. Because I don't know what the heck I'm doing anymore. I really don't. Like, it feels like this is just an inevitable loss at this point. Because I feel like there's got to be a Tinue in here somewhere. Yeah, I think him running this big stack down gives him a Tinue. No, it doesn't give him Tinue, but it's really close. Maybe. It might be Tinue. It very well might be Tinue. I don't know. He's in a really good spot here. I don't see myself winning. But his best move is definitely to run that stack down all the way. Um, because it would give him attack threat. It would be really close to Tinue. If it's not Tinue, it's very, very close to it. And here I was thinking I'd be fine with time. And sure, I've been playing off the increment for most of the game, but I am down below the 15-minute mark, so I am below what we started with. Ooh, he runs it to the side. I did not expect that move at all. I'm very intrigued as to what he's doing with this. What are you planning, sir? Hmm. Because I don't even think that's attack threat. It isn't. It is an attack threat. I feel like running it down is the play here, but all right. So it's already been done. Now I need to think about how to respond to this. Now he is now at 13 flats and I'm at 14, so 17 with komi for me. What I need to do is make sure he can't get too far ahead in terms of that. So I'm going to play a very defensive move that I normally wouldn't. Play a wall here, move it up, and then start sucking up these pieces. Not a good strategy in most cases, but I really don't want these to spread. Now here's where I have to be careful because that is tack. No, I don't want to do that. A little trick there for you. Um, moving it over. So the tack threat was him throwing this capstone up, smashing here, making the connection up. I didn't want that to happen, so I doubled up the walls, and that makes it so he can't make the connection with one smash. He can throw up here, and then have a sideways smash to make that, but I don't think he will go for that. Now he's just going to fill in with flats. Yeah, he's filling in with flats now. I don't like that. Because now we're even on flats and I just have to rely on my komi to take this one. You know what? I'm just going to make a threat. Maybe I'll get lucky and he won't see it. I doubt that's the case, but that's where I am at this point. Hmm. he will be able to move his capstone up here as a defensive move, and then be able to cover up all sorts of black pieces and put me way behind in flats. And he moves the capstone down instead, which essentially does the same thing. He says I almost got in there. He almost missed it. That would have been crazy. Would have been crazy. So he moved it down, his whole stack. I'm thinking about moving this stack up, making another threat like that. But I feel like that would just be easily countered by capturing over. I'm gonna do it anyway. What the heck, right? And this is my thought here. I can make this tack threat here, and maybe he won't see it. If he does see it and captures over with this, I can place here, and then capture down to take it, and then make a sort of a Tinue threat, basically. I don't think he will let me do that. I imagine he will find some other alternative, some other way to get out of me making the Tinue threat. Like that. That took care of it pretty quick. Okay, so this will be funny. If I take... If I take my capstone and drop it by itself to cover this, he can make a very easy tack threat by capturing down, and that's tack. Which I can then counter with that. All right, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. This is gonna be bizarre. Who knows how this will work out? This is where I've gotten to the point in the game where I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna win this because he is in such a strong position, so I'm just gonna start screwing around and see if I can do something crazy and cool. The crazy and cool thing that I can do here is now that I have this super hard capstone, I don't have a connection here, so I can't throw it up. If I did have a connection here, that would be very close to a Tinue, but he can throw this over and capture, so that's fine. But let's say he comes down and captures this. I can move this whole stack up here to come across and go for that. And then that would be another tack threat. And so if he does that, I'll do that. And then once he does that, makes that capture, I'll place here, and then I've got this upward momentum, and then he has to throw this over to stop that. And so there's a few ways that I can extend this game out a little bit more. I am like I typically don't worry about time because I don't like to take a lot of it, but like even 9 minutes is making me nervous, and I'll probably play quicker and more recklessly because of it. Because like there's a lot of game left. There's a lot of reserves left. but just his position here is just so dominant that I really want to make sure that I can cut that off or make my own threats. Um, because I feel like I'm a couple steps behind right now. And I don't like being behind. I like winning. All right. So my first thought is that he'll capture down with this, but if he doesn't do that, if he sees through my plan, maybe he thinks a few moves more ahead than I do, because that's very easy to do. I do not think far enough ahead. I think maybe 2 to 3 moves ahead, like max. Um, if there's a particular easy recapture sequence that I know is going to happen, then it can extend beyond that, but I don't think too far ahead. And that's why I don't win these top tournaments and beat the top players like No Hat Coder and Salt and Pepper and Fwib like all the time, because they tend to think much further ahead in terms of how many moves. I am much more of a in the moment kind of guy. Okay, so he makes this connection here. Oh, that was a great move. That was a great move. Oh, you punk. You absolute punk. Oh, that was brilliant. Okay. So, the reason why I'm upset about how good this move was is this. He connects here. He now has this horizontal threat that he can make by capturing over this, or by capturing over here, or capturing over here. Like, he's got a bunch of different ways that he can make this horizontal threat. My move of moving this stack up here doesn't work anymore because he can throw that stack over afterwards. Oh, that punk. So basically my move here is probably to move this wall down. Um, I feel like that's the only thing that I can do that would stop it in any sort of long-term way. Um, but it was a great move. Great move. Um, yeah, that was impressive. I liked it. He did a great job there. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make that move. That was really good. That was really good. Archie is a better player than I give him credit for. You didn't hear me say that. No, he's good. And I think he's played a lot more sevens than I have too. Because I think I've only played about a dozen sevens games. Because who plays sevens games, right? Just archvenison. And so I've played him a few times in these, and recently, oh, I was gonna play there next. Come on, man. Oh, what do I want here? Do I want to threaten it with this, or do I want to threaten this? Yeah, I want to do this. Unless I'm missing him winning somehow. I don't think I am. But yeah, that was good. It was good play. Good play. It's annoying. It's annoying when my opponents are good. Like, it's satisfying because I get to play a good game, but it's annoying because I'm not winning. I like to win, but I also like to play a beautiful game. That's why attack is a beautiful game. And I feel like we're doing a really good job of playing back and forth here. Like, at the moment, I'm pretty far behind. Like, even with Komi, I am behind at this point. He's at 15 flats. I'm at 11. So with Komi, I'm at 14. So it's 15 to 14 at this point. Um, and now it's 16 to 14 with the Komi. So he probably expects me to come down with this since he just filled in, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm doing that. And he comes over and smashes it, of course, because that's what he wanted to do. Um, hmm. Let's see. He smashes. He does not have a attack threat at this point. I can make attack threat, but he can cut it off very easily. Very easily cut off. Oh, wait a minute. Wait just a gosh darn minute here, pal. I think I may have found... something. Okay, we'll see. If he throws this over here, I think I can win. I think I can win here. Did I just win? Did I win? No. No way did I just win. Oh. Did I do it? Okay, so his move to stop me is to throw this wall down. What do I do in response? I place a flat here. That gets captured. I move that over. Okay. So if he sees that wall move, that's his only move. I gotta make plans about how he does that. I don't think I won here. I think he's got a way out. I just have to figure out how to stop him. Yeah, he's got a way out. But does he see it? Because that was not his wall move that he needed to make. If he doesn't see it, yeah, because he will eventually stop me from making this threat. Um, and that's fine. Wait, what the heck was that? Okay, now I have to think about what he's doing here. I'm gonna place here now. Oh wait, did I just give it away? I think placing there gave it away. Yeah, I gave it away. Dang it. Why did I have to do that? I played in the wrong spot. Played in the wrong spot. Of course. Now he's going to move that whole stack up, which cancels that move out. Mm-hmm. I don't want that. I'm running low on time. I am running low on time. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Which puts me better in terms of flat count. I don't have attack threat here. He's probably triple checking to make sure I don't have one. He'll probably move over here to cut this off. And if he does that, I plan on going up here with this to make attack threat there. Which he can then cut off with this and make his own threats, but you know, I'm scrambling at this point. I have low time and I am way behind at this point. It's crazy how at the beginning of the game I was so far ahead in terms of flats. He had more positioning power, and that positioning power just killed me. And I made some bad moves. I made some really good ones. That one really good move that I made, and then he made a pretty okay move, and then I screwed it up by not placing here. If I had placed here, it would have been fine. He would have thrown the wall down, and then I could have placed here, but I screwed up the order, and so I may have missed out on a win there. But we'll see how this turns out. Man, this is a crazy game, and it's been an hour. This is an hour-long game. Holy cow. Oh, I don't like playing this long. My brain can only work for so much time. So much at a time. That's, see? Brain can't word, function, say, speak. Good commentary. Solid content. Oh, goodness. And here I am thinking I was going to do commentary for all of my games in this tournament. I might still do it, but holy cow, this is taxing. Um, I've got to think about my moves and be able to talk about them in a way that makes sense to other people. Like, who came up with that idea, right? I don't know. Whoever it did is crazy. Tell you, crazy. Archie's got plenty of time to think about this. He's catching up to me in time. He had 8 minutes at the start of his clock, I think. He can do a number of things here. I don't expect to win on a vertical threat because he's got this capstone right there, and that he can stop me at any point. So that's not something I'm going to worry about at this point. Um, he has no attack threat here. He can make one on the next turn. I'll make one now. So I make this threat. So I can do horizontally, going across this way, and I can go vertically, capturing, or I can throw it across here and make a threat with this stack of pieces. Like I'm in a pretty good spot, but I definitely don't have like complete control here. So I don't think. I smashed. He captured over. I smashed up. I've got a hard stack. What does he do? Does he use this to capture over? Wait, what just happened? Okay, that happened. All right. Um, that is not attack threat. It does cut off both my vertical and horizontal threats. I'll make a new one. His move with the capstone was not one that I was expecting. Okay, what did he do here? He came over with that. I'm low on time. Gotta think about what I'm doing here. Hmm. I'm low on time and I'm not doing well in the whole thinking department here. Alright, let's just place here then, for now. Because I am up on flats with komi. And I have some moves to make up some more flats as well. Not a ton, but a few. He is very close. That's attack threat. Fine. Okay, I need to pay attention to the clock. I've got too much riding on this, so not a win for him, is it? No, it's not. Okay. Goodness. This game's going on way too long. Whew. I am up by 1 with komi on flats. Okay, so he filled in there. If I go down, yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. Don't think that leads to a win for him. Now he's got another attack threat there. Crap. That's all I gotta say is crap. How do I stop that? Fine. Take it. Oh no, he wins. Yep. I didn't see it. My brain was so fried, and I was out of time. I couldn't see it. Oh goodness. What even was that move? Yeah, that was the move. Oh, my brain was dead. Was that Tinue? It may have been. I don't know. If it wasn't, it was really close. Sure was. Oh man. Alright, I definitely could have played that better. Oh man, my brain is killing me. Oh, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that deep dive look into my brain when I am completely overwhelmed with tech. Oh man. Maybe I'll do another one of these. Maybe I don't want suffering. We'll find out. But thanks for tuning in. This is Simmon out of here.